हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज पीके टेक्निकल क्लासेस के तरफ से आप सब लोगों का स्वागत है दोस्तों। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विल स्टार्ट दिस VLSI ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम थ्रू पीके टेक्निकल क्लासेस. So what is VLSI? Friends, VLSI means very large scale integration. Is the process of creating an integrated circuit or IC by combining thousands of transistors into a single chip. That means in a chip we will connected thousands or lakhs of transistors within one single package. VLSI began in 1970s when complex semiconductors and communication technologies were being developed. At that time, lot of semiconductor made communication devices were there, radio, walkie-talkie. These were coming in 1970, and after that the microprocessor is a VLSI device which process the data to give a proper output. Before introduction of VLSI technology, most ICs have a limited set of functions they could perform. Okay, we know that VLSI technology can perform a lot of works, but this lot of works can be performed by limited type of functions, limited type of things. But nowadays in this modern era, a lot of things have been implemented. Number of transistor packaging has been increased or developed to a large extent, so that lot of functions which were limited not been done in the previous time. Nowadays all this type of functions are done very effectively, friends. An electronic circuit might consist of a CPU, ROM, RAM and other glue logic. VLSI set lets IC design add all this type into a single chip. So let us think that what is CPU? CPU is a central processing unit. What is ROM? Read only memory. What is RAM? Random access memory. And other glue type of logic means small logics are there to perform a particular task. All these things are connected in electronic circuit which were not added in previous time. Nowadays this modern era have changed the entire thing of VLSI technology to a large extent work possibilities through electronic circuits. After this we can discuss that VLSI is a very large scale integration in this process of integrating or embedding hundreds of thousands of transistors on a single silicon semiconductor microchip, which is possible nowadays. In early days it was not possible to integrate lot of scale of transistors, diodes, this type of semiconductor made devices in a single packaging. But in micro package also today's lot of thousands and thousands of transistors and diodes are been possible to be packaging. VLSI technology has convinced in the late 1970s when advanced level computer processor microchips were underdeveloped. VLSI is a successor to large scale integration, medium scale integration and small scale integration technologies. Actually friends, what happened whenever we go for VLSI designing, there are a lot of type of integration required. So according to the scaling of the technologies, this has been divided into three categories. One is small scale integration, another is medium scale integration and another is a large scale integration. After this large scale integration, very large scale integration has been possible. So in VLSI technology, VLSI is one of the most widely used technologies for microchip processors, integrated circuits, ICs and component designing. It was initially designed to support hundreds of thousands of transistor gate on a microchip, which as of 2012 succeeded several billions. All of these transistors are remarkably integrated and embedded with a microchip that has shrunk over time but still has the capacity to hold enormous amount of transistors. The first 1 megabyte RAM was built on top of VLSI design principle and include more than 1 million transistors on its microchip die. So first of all, we will think that the memory space is very much important thing in case of VLSI designing. This memory space of RAM was including 1 millions of transistors within a small microchip die was possible. So we can see that integrated circuit classification, SSI, MSI, LSI, VLSI and ULSI, all these things of integrations were possible. Significant here number of transistor, number of logic gates were involved. So in a small scale integration in 1964, 1 to 10 number of transistors were there and the gates which were used were 1 to 12. But in case of MSI, when the MSI technology comes, medium scale integration technology comes in 1968, it was increased 10 to 500 number of transistor and 13 to 99 number of logic gates can be involved within a single microchip of semiconductor device. After that, in LSI technology, large scale integration in 1971, number of transistor 500 to 20,000 transistor were involved. The number of logic gates were 100 to 9,000 were there. After that, in VLSI very large scale integration in 1980, 20,000 to 10 lakhs, it was a huge number, and from 10,000 to 99,000 logic gates were used. After that, technology comes in 1984 was ULSI, ultra large scale integration, which more than 10 lakhs possible transistors were integrated nowadays, and number of logic gates are more than 100,000. So it have been achieved after a period of time. Friends, we can see that in 1960 it was not so much applicable, but after this a rapid change in increase of number of transistors and logic gates can be seen over here, and this integration is possible, and these type of technologies are known as small scale integration, medium scale integration, large scale integration, very large scale integration and ultra large scale integration. After this, why VLSI we should read? Integration improves the design. Whenever we go for any type of design, integration really improves. Lower parasitic high speed devices are these VLSI. Low power consumption are there. A physically smaller integration reduce manufacturing cost. Almost no manually assemble are been there. What are advantages of this VLSI? So the advantages of the VLSI are reduces the size of circuits, reduce the effective cost of the devices, increase the operation speed of circuits, requires less power than discrete components, high reliability, occupy a relative smaller area. All these things gives a very big advantages to get effectiveness using these VLSI technologies. After the VLSI application, this implementing technology for electronic circuitry, it may be analog or it may be digital. It concerns with the forming a pattern of interconnected switches and gates on the surface of a crystal of semiconductor. Microprocessor, personal computers, microcomputers, memory, DRAM, SRAM, this type of devices has been used. DRAM means, friends, dynamic RAM, and SRAM means a static RAM. DRAM works very dynamically. Static RAM fixation of the memory, and it does not change with period of time. Special purpose processor in CD players, DSP applications, optical switches, these things are used, friends. VLSI technologies when change this modern era into a very effective futures we can see. So the VLSI application today's chips are widely used in various branches of engineering like voice and data communication networks, digital signal processings, computers, commercial electronics, automobiles, medicine, and many more applications. This type of technologies are used nowadays. We can see the peak of VLSI chip, how this VLSI chip actually looks like. Okay, and these two chips are there which we can see, which works very effectively like a very large scale integration. Let us see how many companies are there of VLSI in India. So right now in India, Texas Instrumentation is there, and all of the information are being written over here. If anybody have any type of requirement, they can follow this information. Analog Device is this type of company is also in India. Corporate Office of Semiconductor Corporation, Cyprus Semiconductor Corporation, Breadcom Corporation is also there. So lot of informations are there, we can observe over here. We can go through these sites and visit these sites and see a lot of type of designs are there. Whatever we can want, we can get purchase from here. Cisco systems are also a very effective communications regarding nowadays like voice communication, optical network communication, and this is a type of MNC also, leading design manufacturing company for network equipments. Bit mapping integration technologies private limited, which established in Pune, Maharashtra, is also a very big large industry for electronics. Horizon Semiconductor, this is also a very big company where you can find your opportunities also. In these companies you can find your opportunities for VLSI designing. Infochip Limited, this is also in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, where you can go in the sites, you can visit in the sites, you can find your different type of problem solving processes and requirements also, or any type of need if you can feel, you can contact here. Next, Trident Tech Labs are there, SCL Technologies are there. So all these are the companies established in India regarding VLSI designing, and we are working upon it. Thank you, friends, for today PK technical classes. We are thankful for your important time to listen us. Thank you once again.